Hey guys, welcome back. Bolt Spider here. Now, I want to do a cool thing for this video, and it capitalizes on things like Tyrant Neptune. So this is Tyrant Neptune Lunalight FTK. This is one of the many FTKs that you can play in if you're playing a no banlist format. You can even perform it in a traditional environment, but it's a little harder and more tedious to do. So that's why I do no banlist format videos. So to get right into it, first off, we have double Tyrant Neptune. We're going to need two of these to facilitate the combo. You can use run one, but I prefer running two because just in case you could cycle it back with Dagusto Emerald, but that's alright, I guess. Then we have the 1 Blackwing Zephyros the Elite, 3 Lunalight Kaleido Chick, 1 Emerald Bird, 2 Yellow Martin, and triple Tiger, along with double Lunalight Black Sheep for our fusion substitute. Next we have the 1 Magical Scientist, followed along with double summon. This card is vital to get both your Tyrant Neptunes out. There are other ways that you can summon or use it, but this is the one way that I thought possible. Next up we have the triple Lunalight Perfume, along with triple Soul Charge. This card is just insane at 3. We have triple Pot of Greed, triple Painful Choice, triple Fusion Substitution, triple Graceful Charity, triple Monster Reborn, and triple Call by the Grave. Next up, we have double Alternate Entity Norden. He makes a return, but you don't need instant fusion because you have Magical Scientist. Magical Scientist pretty much makes this whole deck possible with the double Norden and the 1 Lureless Independent Nightingale. And if you guys don't know, Supreme King, Starving Venom, and Tyrant Neptune were both banned because of this card. Players would achieve 2 of them on board, copying the effective Lureless Independent Nightingale, so they can just burn your opponent for game. You just loop it twice with 2 Tyrant Neptunes and you have game. It's not a Lunalight deck without Azathoth and Nyarla, so they're here as well. Then after that we have King of the Feral Imp. Laval will chain 2 of them, 2 Dagusto Emerald, 1 Trident just in case if plays go sour. And double Broadbolt along with Levier the Sea Dragon and a Saryuta Skuldred. Now I tried, this is the 3rd attempt, but I do have a replay for you guys in my void of replays. And no banlist Lunalight. So in this build there is 1 card that's in here that wasn't here originally, and that is Mecha Phantom Beast Online, but I forgot to take that out. But it doesn't matter for the combo. So our opening hand was Graceful Charity, Fusion Substitute, Call by the Grave, Soul Charge, and Emerald Bird. This is how you can tell a card is super powerful. We go Graceful Charity, draw 2, and the cards that we discard were a Fusion Sub and Emerald Bird. Now for the cards that we Painful Choiced. I chose all my Martins, all my Kaleido Chicks. So you could have chose like a Magical Scientist, but we're going to get there later. Kaleido Chick gets her Fusion sub back if you guys didn't know. If it's sent to the graveyard, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you could target a Polymerization in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So that's pretty good. Now we're doing the normal Lunalight play, Kaleido Chick, summon out Martin, go into rank 4. But I actually Graceful Charity, draw into double summon, and the cards that we discard were Graceful Charity and Call by the Grave. So we're going to King of the Feral Imps, use its effect, and we're going to grab a Tyrant Neptune. Painful Choice number 2, and we go get a Black Sheep, and the cards that we sent, Call by the Grave, Painful Choice, Zephyros, and Magical Scientist. It really doesn't matter how they get discarded or sent to the graveyard. We're going to Zephyros and Kaleido Chick, and then we're going to go into our Emerald, shuffling back a Martin, a Kaleido, and our Emerald back into the deck to draw 1. This is where the online doesn't matter. We're going to go up into Norden, summon out our Kaleido Chick, go up for Emerald, and we're going to shuffle back Martin, Emerald, and our King, so we can do Fusion Sub, grab Pot of Greed, and we get another Soul Charge, but that one doesn't matter. So we're going to go Tiger, effect of Kaleido, send Martin, use Tiger, summon Martin. We're going to go up into King of the Feral Imps, use King, detach Martin, so we can get our Tyrant Neptune number 2. Magical Scientist gets Independent Nightingale. We're going to burn for 5, then we're going to burn for 5,000. After that, we have to do a little tedious stuff. We're going to go Norden, use effective Norden, summon out Kaleido Chick, and I decided to go into Emerald to shuffle back some of our resources, like Emerald, King, and Nightingale, because we can't summon it properly. Fusion Sub back the Norden, use double summon Magical Scientist, so we can go into Independent, burning for another 5 FTK. And that's how the combo works. So, take it with a grain of salt. It does die to one hand trap, but that's why you follow up plays. And really, this deck is super consistent. Once it bricked, but outside of that, you get hands like this. So you could just go Graceful Charity. If you draw into Magical Scientist, you could just discard it. But we drew into another Graceful Charity, but I'm going to do Painful Choice, doing something like Martin, Tiger. You just want to get all your Lunalights out of deck outside of Tiger. But we have a Tiger there, but we have a one in hand already. So let's grab the Magical Scientists. They think they're going to be smart, but we have a Graceful Charity. And we get to dump Zephyros and our Scientist. Use Tiger, activate Tiger. Never forget to use Tiger. That's one of the things I've learned playing this deck. We're going to Martin. And we just go off from here. And as you can see, this deck, pretty nice to have. There's always another option that you could do when playing one of these decks, an FTK deck, because this one's different. It has so many moving pieces that your opponent actually has to sit and think of what they want. So now we're just going to go up for our second XC to play, bouncing back our Tiger, because bouncing Tiger, very broken. Card we're going to go up into is Broadbull, so we can get a search of our lovely friend of the Black Sheep. Black Sheep is super important for this combo because it gets to an extra... extender, which is quite nice when we don't have Magical Scientists, but we do have it in the graveyard, but I'd rather get to an Emerald first just so I can have a secured chance. Now we're going to go up into the Emerald, and everyone knows this Fusion Sub Zoo play. We're going to target 3 cards, and I guess the other one's going to be the Tiger that we sent there on accident. Then we're going to Fusion Sub back our Norden, because that's not broken at all. Deck then more, and we're going to go Black Sheep. Or we could go something like Graceful Pot, and we can do Soul Charge. So they have to choose, and most of the time they might just do Pot of Greed, so we can get a couple cards advantage. Now, what we did draw into a Perfume, that's always good to see. We're going to summon out the Yellow Martin, and what I could actually do, because we do have the effect of Perfume, but I'm not going to use the effect of Perfume. I'm going to go Monster Reborn, summoning it back another level 4, so we can go into King of the Feral Imp. So we can get our second copy of Tyrant Neptune. As you can see, the deck is powerful, but it takes a little bit just to get there. So we're going to have to go up into the Monster Reborn, so we can get back our Scientists. Hopefully they're not running DD Crow. And this deck actually does have the potential to deck out your opponent if they're not careful. Because you're special summoning so much, they're going to have to make that mistake. Now, one thing about Tyrant Neptune, we're going to tribute off our Magical Scientist, because we could just get it back easily since we have Fusion Sub combo, and this is essentially another draw. Another 2 draws. So, we're going to summon back another piece. Then we go up into our Emerald. Use Emerald, always attached to Norden. 1, 2, and 3. And we draw a Monster Reborn. That's kind of lucky. And it would have been a Tiger. All 3 Tigers in hand. Been a while since people saw that. So we just have our lovely Magical Scientist friend now. And even if we don't secure the FTK, we just secure a whole entire... If they stop 1 bit of damage, we can put in that Gustav Max if we wanted to. But if you notice, this deck can keep going. That's one of the problems with no banlist format. Decks can just keep going. Like, it doesn't matter. We could just go up into a Norden, use the effect of Norden, summon out our Kaleido Chick, and look, we could just Saryuja. And we could just put back 3. And we could just keep going until we don't have life points. That's one of the main problems with older cards. They just don't have a hard once per turn on them. So this stuff happens. One day I'm going to bet nothing's going to be forbidden because everything's going to be just limited with erratas. So that's one thing that we have to keep an eye out on for the future. And I don't know how many summons this has been. I really don't. Perfume. I think it's been more than 40. So if your opponent's playing a 60 card deck, good for them. And I'm just going to deck myself out. Because no matter what, this deck is a powerhouse that people do have to be aware of. But enough of me rambling on. I went on for a little too long. But as you can see, overall, this is where I'm going to end my combo, making a rank 10 with 1 material, being Tyrant, Narla, into an Azathoth. But anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this video and a live showcase of what the combo can do. Because this does a lot, and you can run more Saryujas if you want over Azathoth, but sometimes you have to run more simplistic stuff. But anyways, I've been Bolt Spider. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. I put a lot of time into this video. But anyways, see you guys in the next video.